When there's good beer and good food, people gather. Welcome to Orlando, a city of contrast, known for its theme parks and family fun. But beyond the tourist attractions lies a vibrant community full of resilient individuals. I'm Bobby Bowen, a brewer, artist, and an avid food enthusiast. In this episode, we'll team up with Chef Sonny and explore some of his restaurants and learn about the history of Mills 50 and how it became a destination for foodies in Orlando. We'll also get to try some of his food, and later, we'll collaborate with him and my own brewery, Bowigens Beer Company, to create the perfect beer to pair with his Yakitori and unveil it to Central Florida.
I think as like, creatives in the Orlando space, if we all just keep pushing, I think honestly it's just going to help grow the community more and more. It's already a progressive city. It's getting more and more progressive, but I think that we're gonna I feel like we're just getting started as a city.
Today, we have the pleasure of joining Chef Sonny for lunch at his renowned restaurant, Edoboy. Located in the heart of the Mills 50 district, Edoboy is a standing room only sushi spot just steps away from Tori Tori, his modern Japanese-inspired izakaya. Edoboy is a passion project inspired by Sonny's travels in Tokyo. It is a small and intimate location with extreme attention to detail, offering some of the best sushi you will ever have. I think since you have different styles, different cuts of sushi, you have some fattier cuts, you have some leaner cuts, you have some heat. He's using a flame torch over there, so there's a lot of different things we could play with, I think.
Yeah.
While enjoying the amazing sushi here, Sonny and I chat about different flavor profiles and combinations. We discuss how these flavors compare perfectly with different beers, elevating the entire dining experience. When you start to get that fire introduced, then we can get a lot more caramelized notes that we can play with. Mm-hmm. When you go towards the lighter, like the whiter fish, something more light and crisp. Mm-hmm. It may seem like simple, like, oh, a sushi, you pair with this, but it's not so simple. There's a wide range of it. Sushi's not just one thing.
It's a lot of different textures, fattiness, flavors.
I think we there's a lot of different stuff to experiment with when you're pairing.
Sure.
This one is going great too, and I'm sure there's some different sakis as well that have some nice light floral flavors that we can play with.
All right. I guess you want to head to one of my favorite spots to maybe look at some ingredients?
Yeah, I think we need some inspiration. So if you know the place.
Yeah, I got the perfect spot. It's actually walking distance from here, so maybe one or two blocks. So.
Beautiful.
Yeah, cool. All right, let's
right
do
behind
it.
you.
All right, cool. Thanks, man. So, thanks, Chef. Appreciate it. Yeah. Thank you.
Where's a great place to start with any food recipe or pairing? Shopping. Sonny and I head over to Domu, a local Asian grocery store that supplies a lot of the local restaurants, to try to get some inspiration for our beer.
You can make a good stir fry with this. You can cut it down into little bite-sized pieces, maybe with a little bit of onions. You can saute this in, maybe a little bit of fish sauce or soy, sugar. And then that should be a really good stir fry. Probably a little bit of pork too, and maybe some chives. Yeah.
Speaking my language now.
Yeah. So very, very good product. But yeah, it's just a very petite area, but we like to come here every now and then to grab small things that we need here and there. Cilantro, or I don't know if it's cilantro, culantro, but we use this a lot in pho, to eat with pho. It's a little bit different, a little bit on the firmer side, a little more fibrous. Doesn't taste like cilantro at all, so yeah.
It's completely different, it throws off a little bit.
Yeah, it has like a little bit of a weird stem to it too.
I still get a little bit of like a
bit, right?
Bright, like
cilantro
kind of smell to it, but
yeah.
Like you said, it tastes like a pho.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it has that vibe to it, so I like that.
I might load up and be able just to make some. Oh my God, starter pack over there.
Oh, those. I don't know if you want to know about these.
I don't know.
These
I'm interested. It looks like blue cheese in the neck.
Oh man, it's I guess what you would call this is like unborn egg.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
So there's a fetus in here.
So that's what I'm seeing.
Yeah. That in a lot of Asian countries, the Philippines, Vietnam, they'll boil this down and cook the egg, the unborn egg with the fetus in there, and then they'll eat the whole thing like that. So it's very traditional, but unconventional for America.
Correct. Okay.
Yeah. So, but it's available at a lot of Asian markets. So
yeah. This place is great.
Yeah.
So definitely stuff you wouldn't find at your local grocery store.
Yeah.
Cheaper than normal eggs too now. You can get lost in the aisles of this grocery store. It feels like there isn't anything they don't have. Every time we turn a corner, we find something new. We come across some spices, and Sonny shows me green peppercorn, a spice he uses in one of his sauces that gives an unusual tingling sensation in your mouth.
So you kind of walk through this little fridge area, another tight corner here, so careful with that.
I feel like we're going through some secret hallways here.
Yeah, honestly, if you don't...
This is a surprise room. I never would have even seen it.
If you've never been here, you might not know any of this is here. So, but yeah, this is like the miso section. So miso is actually also might be a great element to beer too, because it has like a fermented umami flavor, probably similar to what you might make in like a mash, or I'm not sure if that's a process in beer, but I know that beer is fermenting essentially. Yeah. So this actually has a great fermented.
It goes through a fermented.
Yeah, umami, almost like a combination of salty and sweet. I don't know how to explain it, but salty and sweet at the same time.
That's when we start to use umami.
I guess
when you can't describe it. It's
exactly. Actually,
flavors to it.
Yeah, so miso actually might be a great also product for a beer. Who knows?
That's kind of about pairing things up. Like you're getting something spicy, but you have something pickle. You can complement that.
Yeah, just to kind of cut it and
the flavor
add
out.
a little bit of a crunch to it, and taste a little bit something different, clean the palate. Yeah, you're absolutely right. So. And I guess you kind of get the theme of that, like when it comes to like Japanese and cooking and beer. It's like there's a lot of like cutting through with acidity and aromatics, and something like this would
absolutely.
be great too.
That's kind of what we're doing here. We're talking about pairing the beer, pairing food.
Yep.
Just in general, it's finding the contrasting
balance.
Flavor, the balance.
Yes.
Finding the balance, and this, like I said, it can help balance some stuff out.
Yep.
Maybe not necessarily if we're throwing that in there in the beer or not. We can. Cut that with some of the flavors in the beer too. The malts and the hops can really help balance that, so we can we can definitely work on something.
Okay. Yeah, I think one of the things that Tori Tori is based off of izakaya concept in Japan, which is basically a place where you can come after work, you can hang out with friends and just relax, chill, eat, hang out, drink. The key word here, I think, is just indulge, right? Indulge in a lot of food, indulge in a lot of drinks, having a great time, and just relax. A place to just release some stress, really. And I think that we have an ideology too, is Ichigo Ichi, and basically it's just like a modern day YOLO, and it's just like living in that moment. As if it may never happen again with the people that you're with at this very second. Let's just like live in this very moment. Forget about everything else. Let's enjoy our time.
Absolutely.
So, and that's
it. Because even if you try to recreate it, you can't. That moment's going to be gone.
Yeah.
So.
It may never happen again. Exactly that way. Yeah. Even though you're going to see that person tomorrow, but that very moment may not happen again.
That experience is gone. So.
Yeah. So,
live it up. Enjoy.
Yeah.
Indulge in the moment.
Exactly. So.
I think we're going to have some fun today.
Yeah. Sounds good. So yeah.
As we stood in the checkout aisle, our basket brimming with possibility. All of these ingredients waiting to be transformed into something sublime. This isn't just about making beer. It's about crafting an experience. A moment where food and drink converge to create something magical. To get better acquainted with the area, we teamed up with one of the foremost experts around, Ricky Lee. Dedicated to seeking out the most delicious bits and pieces of Orlando and beyond. We meet up at Han Coffee, a beloved Korean cafe nestled in the heart of the Mills 50 district. Renowned for its delightful coffee and mouthwatering pastries, it has become a favorite since opening up in 2022. As we indulge in some of their best creations, we delve into an insightful conversation to learn more about the area.
Ricky. Hey, good to see you. Hey, Bobby. Pleasure. All right.
This is great.
Yeah.
Ricky provides insight into the area's rich history, highlighting the vibrant evolution of the Mills 50 neighborhood. Initially a bustling hub for Vietnamese refugees, it soon transformed into a cultural epicenter.
So really, the Mills 50 area was a little bit underdeveloped back in the 70s and 80s. kind of run down. After the end of the Vietnam War, lots of Vietnamese refugees came to the Central Florida area and resettled here. Some worked for Lockheed Martin.
Faced with the challenge of finding familiar ingredients in their new home, entrepreneurial spirits seized that opportunity, birthing local grocery stores. These establishments filled a crucial gap, offering exotic ingredients not found in the mainstream market.
So in the 80s, a market called Tin Hung Market opened up, and they're still around, and that kind of was the starting point for the community hub. You know, they brought their cousins and family members over, and they had started restaurants, dental shops, barber shops, you know, so it kind of became a hub for people traveling from 2-3 hours away just to come to Orlando to get, you know, herbs and noodles and sauces that you wouldn't be able to get at your local grocery.
This influx of visitors not only underscored the significance of these stores, but also solidified the neighborhood's status as a cherished culinary destination.
It's like second, third, fourth generation, you know, owners now, where their kids are growing up and, you know, their parents probably wanted them to go into, you know, medicine or something else, but now they wanted to take over and have a new vision for food and drink here in Orlando. So it's very diverse, very eclectic, and the atmosphere and the vibe is very young and just like Orlando, right? Always growing and open to new things.
We end the day at Tori Tori. The Japanese-style izakaya opened up in late 2019. A mashup of a modern-day cocktail bar with traditional Japanese pub food.
I mean, honestly, I just feel like it's something like homey, something that just like makes you feel good about grilled items. Even when I'm at home, like, I don't know, it just feels good, you know.
It's
so.
something that primal like ancestry or something.
Yeah,
just,
grilling over open fire.
Yeah, like open fire, and that kind of ties it together. I think like
Grilling food over an open flame taps into something primal and comforting. Enter Yakitori and Kushiyaki, where soul-stirring simplicity meets culinary creativity.
I'm excited to try this food here. I know we're about to try some different stuff. So we got more of a yakitori menu. Does that lend into like kushiyaki too? Is that more like
yakitori, kushiyaki? Basically, it's going to be leaning in towards probably a selection of different skewers that we have, both yakitori and kushiyaki.
Yakitori, tender chicken skewers grilled to a smoky perfection. Kushiyaki, its rebellious cousin, delves into beef, seafood, and veggies. Chef Sonny lays out a plethora of food in front of us.
Just to kind of go around the gauntlet here, we have some chicken thighs, we have our Demkota beef, we have chicken breasts with ginger scallion,
grilled chicken skin, sakune chicken meatballs, Cheshire pork belly, lamb karube lollipops cooked over charcoal, and crab fried rice.
Go in without lemon, I'm gonna go in with lemon.
Oh gosh.
A little bit crispy skin on there.
That's incredible. Just that, you get that light charcoal flavor. It ties in with just that good, so the meaty flavor of the crispy chicken skin.
Yep.
All right, we're gonna try it with a little citrus on there.
I'll join you on that.
Simple acts can yield profound results. Consider the power of a touch of lemon. It transformed the dishes, unleashing bright citrus flavors that slice through the richness of grilled meats.
Traditionally with tare, we'll put on a little bit at the end of sancho, which is green peppercorn, and then so if you get a little bit of a numbing spice after you're eating it for a little bit, you'll get a little bit on your tongue that's just a little tingly.
I get that on the back end.
Yeah. So
that's crazy.
It's a little bit of an experience, you know.
Green peppercorns from the Japanese prickly ash are a pepper in its purest state. They provide a light, numbing, and tingling sensation on the tongue, cleansing the palate and adding an effervescent citrus finish to each bite.
So when you're pairing beers with food, you get different flavors, you get different nuances and stuff.
Yeah.
Like with that one, with that sancho, man, it's still coming through. That's awesome. I'm excited about that. Yeah, I think that citrus helps kick it up.
Yep.
You balance that, those meatier flavors the tangerine, I'm getting, it kind of helps mellow it out a little bit.
Yeah.
Versus something that we may use, maybe like an IPA, get a little bit more floral hops, some fruitier hops that may really help accentuate that
Push
as
and
well.
go.
Yeah.
So.
The grilled meats, kissed by the flame, offer a canvas of toasted and caramelized flavors, just begging for the perfect beer companion. We could accentuate the citrus kick with a zesty IPA. Alternatively, we might explore the savory fattiness of the meats with a rich and robust porter. And let's not overlook the spiciness of the tare sauce, a bold and adventurous choice that calls for a crisp and refreshing wheat beer.
So again, my wheels are turning. I'm getting some ideas. Like maybe we start adding in, we look at some kind of citrus.
Yeah, I agree.
Again, I keep coming back to it, but I think if we, maybe it's just a personal thing too, but like I'm thinking about more like an IPA, so like an Indian Pale Ale that we get some hoppiness that can stand up to some of the chicken, some of the beef, like something that can go
both ways.
Both ways in and out of it, not just something that's gonna pair well
lean
with
one way. Yeah, I agree.
And
you hit it on the nail. The nail on the head. Yeah. So
we picked up some of that Sancho pepper, green peppercorn. I think we can really play in with that because that sensation thing is kind of
unique,
piquing my interest.
It's unique.
When it first happened, because like we were talking about it.
It's light though. It's just something going on there.
It's effervescent. It's almost like when you're drinking the beer, you have a lot of carbonation with it. It just kind of lingers.
Yeah.
Helps cleanse the palate a little bit, but I'm starting to get some good ideas. I'm getting really excited about this one.
Okay, perfect.
As we narrow down our beer idea, I can't help but feel the gratitude for this experience. It's not every day that you can sit down with a chef and explore the menu in its entirety, especially one of this caliber.
I guess like if you're coming in as a guest, you don't get like this gauntlet of skewers like this, but
get that VIP treatment.
Yeah. I gotta pull out the red carpet, but in terms of just like being able to try this all side by side with beer, definitely, and understanding, what the effects are, and really experiencing that experience or sensation in person really opens my mind a little bit more of curiosity towards, okay, so this is this style of beer. What other styles of beer should I be like trying to eat with certain foods? You know what I mean?
100%. And I appreciate you bringing this out and like just sharing this. This is top notch, like world class food.
Yeah, I appreciate it.
You have a passion for what you do. It obviously shows, but we can take that and then have a whole nother experience with that. And like that's something that I love to do, and take beer, pair it with different dishes, and showcase what it can do. It just kind of opens up your mind, like I said, to new possibilities.
Yep.
So I think we're on to something really good here.
Hey, cheers to that,
I'm
man.
excited. Cheers to that.
Cheers. Cool.
The time has finally come to make the beer. We head over to my brewery, Bowigens Beer Company, in Longwood, Florida. I meet up with the team to discuss the beer and go over any final details.
All right, I got some ideas.
Okay.
So I met with Chef Sonny, and we went and actually went around, went shopping, got some good Japanese ingredients. So what we kind of landed on was maybe across either Pilsner or maybe an IPA. I think also maybe bringing in some rice to it, some sushi rice will help on either side, add a nice like dryness to it and a little bit of unique flavor.
We're trying a somewhat uncommon practice in today's brewing called cereal mashing. A good portion of this beer will be brewed with sake rice, requiring an extra step so we can get to those starches and we can start making some sugar.
So what do you guys thoughts? What do you?
Sushi rice, I mean, you gotta be thinking like sriracha ace, right?
There's a reason it's used in a lot of the Japanese style beers. That's where it comes from. I dig it. Sriracha ace we'll do as like a light, bright lemony characteristic to it, but also gonna have like almost cilantro. Some people get dill from that, like nice spice characteristic, some herbal. I think would pair perfectly with this, get some complexity.
Yeah.
And then maybe hit with some Galaxy, because why not? No, that'll give it a bright like peach, guava, passion fruit, bold flavors, because if we're gonna keep this sessionable, I want that the rice is gonna dry it out a little bit, but we want those hops to pop but not be too overly bitter, right? So let's kind of tweak some things here and make it maybe go a little higher on that mash temperature. Whirlpool hops, let's dry hop the hell out of this thing. Give it bold aromatics. I want you to smell it when they put it down. But the last twist is we gotta use this. Green peppercorns. This is something really cool that he makes called tare sauce that he uses with the yakitori. Essentially, as he's grilling, he's dipping the chicken skewers and stuff in this back and forth. It's kind of like a cross between like a soy sauce, it has some mirin, sake, but this green peppercorn is like a little final touch on there. The cool thing is it's not just like straight pepper. It has a really weird sensation. It's mouth numbing, tingling. It feels like effervescence on it with no, like you just drank something highly carbonated, like a nice beer. All right, so if we can pull this off, there's gonna be a lot of big flavors going in here, but if we pull them all together, I think we're onto something. Yeah. Let you guys try that food. It's phenomenal. So we got one shot at this, so make sure we get it right. But the food was incredible. They put a lot of hard work into it and a lot of studying to make sure they did it perfect. So we can't disappoint. We have to make sure that we nail this, bring them something that's top notch.
Sounds good.
All right. Good. Let's get to work. Cheers. Cheers.
We gather back up at Tori Tori to share the beer with everyone. This was a truly unforgettable experience. The food was delicious, the atmosphere was outstanding, and I felt like I was a part of something special.
I want to thank everybody for coming out, and I want to thank Sonny and Mabel, guys, for inviting us into your world, showing us a little bit about what you guys do here at Tori Tori and Edoboy and Domu, and giving us the opportunity to create a beer with you and to pair with your delicious food, and also the opportunity to, showcase the local community. So what we came up with is this IPA right here. It's called Atsumeru, which very loosely translates to gather.
There's a Japanese term, ichigo ichi. It translates to one time, one meeting. It reminds us of the unique and fleeting nature of each moment, the power of gathering and the magic of sharing a meal.
Enjoy the beer, enjoy the food, but most importantly, let's enjoy the company. Cheers, guys.
Cheers.
I think the beer paired really well with the food. In terms of izakaya culture, you drink and it makes you hungry, you eat, and then the eating makes you want to drink more, and it's just this fun cycle of hanging out with your friends, eating and drinking, and just having a great time.
The beer was great. I think it paired so well with the food, and loved the depth of thought that went into it. Can't wait for everyone to try it. Cheers.